Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all your praise, honor, and glory. Glory due to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Makra, Kodas. Give honors to the elders, and honors to the apostles. Preaching and teaching us this word, the truth and with sincerity as always. Without any further ado, I just want to get into this lesson here. Didn't have a topic in mind, but so I'm just gonna go through my list of video topics that I had here on Google Docs that I'm using. So yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 19 in the Easy English Bible translation. Verse 8 reads, "If you learn to be wise, it shows that you love yourself." If you learn to be wise, it says, it shows that you love yourself. God. What is wisdom once again? I had to go to Proverbs 1 for that. Proverbs 1 verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. And then the Proverbs 10, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and also the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It's Proverbs 1 and 7, and here in Proverbs 9 or 10, I think, here. Yeah, it's Proverbs 9, verse 7. I mean 9. No, Proverbs 9 and 10. In verse 10, Proverbs 9, verse 10. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And then the last one said, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So both of these go hand in hand. Knowledge is knowing the law, statutes, commandments, knowing what's pleasing to the Lord. The wisdom is applying it on a constant day-to-day basis, whether it's in your favor or not in your favor, and your emotions, not in your emotions. It's always in your favor. It's just your flesh and the flesh, right? Sometimes the flesh doesn't feel like it's in its favor, so anyway, hence continuing here, it says, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. And that's what understanding is too, as well. Understanding is understanding the Lord, His laws, His commandments, and understanding wisdom. Yahawashi. Alright, so this is Proverbs 19 in the Easy Bible. 8, if you learn to be wise, it shows that you love yourself. So now, if you learn to be wise, right, we still gotta learn to be wise in this flesh, right? Flesh, you still make mistakes. If you learn to be wise, it shows that you love yourself. So people who don't want to be wise, don't want to learn to be wise, it all goes into fasting, praying, reading the scriptures. Sometimes you gotta fast, because what I noticed for myself personally, at least I told myself this earlier, this today, going for my exercise, my walk, with 25 pounds on me, on 25 weight best pound on me. I told myself, man, if I don't fast, man, for me personally, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go on. I was like, man, I'm gonna go on fast later today, which I'm about to start in a minute. Which is not to brag. If anything, it's the opposite, to encourage. But because you see me doing it now, you won't look at me as a hypocrite, and you may want to do it. Other than the opposite, contrary way of me not doing it and then telling you to do something I'm not even doing. But Pecan, bro, anyway, yes, it's like for that long weird sentence there, unnecessarily long sentence there, but moving on, anyway, as it also says in the scriptures there, right? if you understand, because yeah, if you understand what is right, you will do well. And for me personally, like I'll apply it to myself as a personal example. Myself, like if I don't incorporate fasting at least once a week, sometimes when I've been doing it long enough, the Lord may allow me to slide for a whole week. It's through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, be able to do that. Get through those weak ass obstacles, weak ass demon spirits. But for like a week. But like if I try to go long without fasting, like I probably my prayer zone may get slack a bit. I may have to put more energy into trying to focus on sending my prayers, especially because I got a long list of prayers that I like to send. It takes me like 45 minutes to get through my morning prayer each morning. If the spirit's on me and I'm that lucky, I can get through 25 minutes out the way. I've seen that before. But on an average, just average length, now that'll take me 45 minutes. So I gotta get that out of the way. If I don't do like a fast or something, the flesh gets in the way and it'll make you lack on what the fuck you gotta be doing there, buddy. So you gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. And this is Proverbs 16 and verse 6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of Yahawashi, man depart from evil. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. By mercy and truth. The truth can hurt sometimes. That's getting rebuked. Okay. That goes in hand in hand with getting rebuked. Alright. Getting rebuked, mercy and truth. Truth is getting rebuked. Iniquity is purged. And by the fear of Yahweh, by the fear of the Lord, man depart from evil. By the fear of the Lord, once again, it's mentioning right there again, the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord. So we gotta have the fear of the Lord. By the fear of the Lord, man depart from evil. And the fear of the Lord doesn't necessarily, it usually does, and it can go into, I'm not knocking it, because I've felt that and experienced that before in many ways, how you fear the Lord, and by fearing Him, by actually being scared and seeing how He can judge your ass and things, man, because the Lord owns all these things. He owns the evil left-handed spirits and all of them and all their power and strength you've seen them do. And He owns all the right-hand angels and spirits with all their power and what we've seen them that they could do. Or you've seen them what they could do. What I've seen them what they could do. The Lord owns all that stuff. He has the power to do that stuff. That's all. That all comes from Him, Yahweh, Yahawashi. That all comes from them. And ultimately, the Father is still Yahweh because he has more power than Yahawashi. So the Father has all that. He owns all of that stuff. To those witches and warlocks that think their left-hand magic is all going to benefit them in their favor, the Lord owns that fucking shit, man. But anyway, man, from the fear of the Lord, man, depart from evil, yeah. That shit can make you fear, though. That shit can make you fear the Lord, like, knowing that there could be witches and warlocks out here that's assigned to you to kill you, and so to make you want to like run to the Lord, not to fucking man. We don't run to man, bro. We won't run to Yahawashi, man. We don't run to man. Because the scriptures say, "What use is man who has breath but in his nostrils? What use is he? We don't run to no fucking man, bro. We run to Yahweh Shai, our true power." For those kinds of situations, heavy types of situations that where you gotta ask yourself, how the fuck are you gonna get yourself out of that? By fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. Yeah, and so we depart from evil. That's how we depart from evil. Keeps you from. It's keeping us from going and being lost. Ultimately, it keeps us from being lost. Ultimately, the fear of the Lord is you simply also you fearing the Lord. You just obeying the Lord, just wanting to obey the Lord. By doing that, by simply just obeying the Lord, not because you're scared necessarily of something He could do, but just because you just know it's the right thing to do. You want to do it. You're not necessarily like shaking and scared of what the Lord can do to you, but you're doing it out of love, just out of wanting to show the Lord, bro. Wanting to show the Lord, bro, that yeah, man, I'm putting in work. I wanna let you see that I'm putting in work for you, man. I'm keeping my tools sharp, my sword sharpened, my shield polished, my sandals clean, my uniform, my armor polished, clean, on up to date, up to the standard, man. All that stuff. This is what the fear of the Lord is. And when you go into a certain story in the scriptures, in Genesis 22, this was when the Abraham was told to get his son, his only son, by Yahweh. Yahweh told him to get your son, your only son, and offer him as a burnt offering to me. So he rose up early. That's what the whole chapter is about, but I'm going to jump down to verse. So Abraham obeyed, and he was about to do it. And this is when the angel pops on the scene to Abraham and tells him this. And better jumping down to 15. And the angel of Yahweh called to Abraham out of heaven a second time, and he said, by myself have I sworn, says the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son. 17, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the shore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned unto his young men, his servants, and they arose up and went back to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. If I'm not mistaken, Beersheba was going to be where David, who came back as, in that time, David, and this time was Abraham, and the reincarnation to set up Beersheba as his capital city of David. So the point of the story was because Abraham was going to do this, he showed the fear of the Lord with him. Because if he didn't show the fear of the Lord, when you go into the fear, it's like a respect thing. Like I respect this man because I would want. I know he could. I know there's consequences, and I know that I'm friends with this man, I don't want a breakout friendship. I fear being alone and getting my pride get the best of me. I'd rather fear the Lord. So by doing so, I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice my only son, because the Lord, I understand the Lord could give me more sons, and He was the one who gave me this son. No matter how emotional I may get, even if He doesn't end up giving me a son, well, this is the Lord here. Con. That's the fear of the Lord. Hopefully it's making sense. I'm trying to make it make sense. Okay, so this is where apparently they say Beersheba would have been located. So that's near Israel, the more southern part of Israel. This is another good one. Psalm 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord, Yahawashi, is the beginning of all of wisdom. It's the beginning of wisdom. All those who practice it have a good understanding. His praise in the earth forever. Proverbs 14:27. The fear of the Lord is the fountain of life, that one may turn away from the snares of death. Yes. Because the Lord fuck us up if we disobey, break His commandments. Psalm 133 and 8. Let all the earth fear the Lord Yahweh. Let all the inhabitants of the roads stand in awe of Him. Proverbs 19:23. The fear of the Lord Yahweh leads to life, and whoever has it rests satisfied. He will not be visited by harm. Exactly. Because the Lord can send demons on you. That's one of the biggest ways the Lord will get you. Get your ass if you're the elect, send demons on you. Make you turn away, bug out, lose knowledge, you lose your skills in this truth, this knowledge. That's what was happening to me earlier the past 2 weeks. I was kind of like just being addicted to those little shorts talking about the Illuminati and skull and bones and shit like that, and not really watching brothers' videos and shit like that, because just feeling bitter, just feeling like brothers gonna cuss my ass out too much in that spirit, bro. So that wasn't very wise of me. But the Lord have mercy on who He have mercy to. Those witches out there probably wanted to use that to thinking I was gonna be something to take the word away from me. No, bro. It just shows the power of the Lord that He's gonna choose whoever He chooses. That His anointing and His decision is permanent. He can't fucking change His mind, and he ain't gonna change His mind. Like you can change your weak little mind as a man, as a witch. If you're an Edomite, you're gonna go into slavery, and if you're a witch, even more so, harsher judgments, punishments, lashings, starvations, man. So that was all to the will of the Lord. So with that as the point, I'll close out with Malachi 3:16. Then those who feared the Lord spoke with one another. So yeah, the point is fearing the Lord. Psalm 147:11. This is what the Lord says. But the Lord Yahweh takes pleasure in those who fear Him. That's going into fasting and praying. If you're a brother that has to fast, that is gifted with that gift. Because what I noticed, bro, last week when I did go on a fast, bro, I felt like more life. I felt more happier. I felt awesome. Like at first I didn't want to do it. I was scared to do it because it was a while. But then as I decided to just do it, I felt happy, man. Felt like alive. I felt like good, man. So yeah, man, man, just do what you gotta do, my man. Unless you're not my man, then just be destroyed, man. Psalm 147:11. But the Lord Yahweh takes pleasure in those who fear Him, and those who fear Him, and those who hope in His steadfast love. Psalm 11 and verse 2 to 3. I got one more after this. And the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him. And Spirit is talking about Yahawashi here. Yahawashi speaking. The Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashmashai. And his delight shall be in the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashmashai. It's talking about Yahawashi. His delight was in the fear of his father Yahweh. because that's why he spoke that wisdom. That's, he said that he said that in the spirit, as is written in the gospel. Fear not man, which can only kill the body, but fear the most, the one in the heavens that can kill the body and soul, cast your body and soul in the lake of fire. So Yahawashi knew about the fear of the Lord, what the Lord could do. When you hear about the story of how the Lord killed his own people, killed the firstborn babies, the Lord killed babies, and the firstborns of every Pharaoh and whatever in Egypt, their force born every one of the Egyptians, of all the fucking Egyptians, Lord has fucking killed them, smoked them, and that's why you don't want to be like these motherfuckers out here, these fucking wicked ass Edomites that are pedophiles, child molesters, haters of life. That's how these Edomites move. That's a vintage collectible Edomite right there. That's a Edomite in mint condition. It's worth millions in the eyes of Yahawashi, because that's what they're made to do. Can you make straight that which is crooked? And these Edomites piss me off, because I remember the other time when I had this, I guess, little stepdaughter, and I saw these Edomite looking at her, bro, like just like one, like he was gonna try to touch her or some shit, bro. And the brother told me a story of his daughter, this young man, whatever the fuck. Oh, the Edomite looking at him, bro, and these Edomites ain't right, man. These Edomites ain't right. These Edomite women are weird. They're all just bugged out. It's true. That's why they said, deliver me from strange children, these strange people with strange children, a strange nation. And the fear of the Lord and his delight shall be in the fear of Yahweh. But he shall not judge by what his eyes see, or decide disputes by what his ears hear. And I'll close out with 2 Corinthians 7 and verse 1. Since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of the body and spirit, bringing holiness to completion in the fear of Yahawashi. And that's, because that's what will bring you to be living a righteous life, fearing the Lord, because you fear what not having the Lord would get you to Him. Because the Lord doesn't always make you fear Him by like telling you like, oh yeah, look at me, look what I can do. The Lord doesn't do it that way. He can make you fear Him by just normal events of what your decisions will get you. And so you'll fear doing drugs, because that you end up doing drugs, and now you see how it makes your mind, how it makes you feel about life. You want to kill yourself more, or whatever. So you run back to the Lord, rush back to the Lord. You might whatever it might be. You can be losing the spirit that much that you call on Satan. But that shit don't work. That shit doesn't do nothing. You call on Yahawashi. So Yahawashi comes through, man. With that, that's the point. Hopefully this is edifying. Shalom and a bar.